South Sudan continues to grapple with an ending conflict as a result of civil war, pitting the government and the opposition in what has now left a bitter taste among Catholic Church hopefuls in Kenya after Kenyan Jesuit priest Father Victor Luke Odhiambo, one of the 7 Kenyan priests serving in South Sudan, was killed last week. A day after his sister Marianne Odinga Odhiambo and Father Joseph Afulo returned from his burial on Monday, they spoke to KTN News of an innocent man of the cloth whose 10 years of service and counting was cut short by a bullet.
First they came through the fence. They cut the fence and they came in, and then they came to the community. They opened the grill, they cut the grill and they opened it, and they got in. He was shot here. One of the bullets, because it didn't come out, possibly it got stuck in the head. Another one was shot here and came out and shattered the elbow.
When the religious came, the different religious congregations, each sister would just talk about like she was the only one. Each priest would just talk like he was the only one. When these other lay people came in, it was like Victor was mine. So then I understood that Victor had found a home in southern Sudan.
The motive of the attackers still remains a mystery, and the Kenyan government has been blamed for remaining mum about his death. Last year, Bishop Joel Mwendo of the Christ Ministry was also killed in Juba, South Sudan, for allegedly what reports termed as making noise.
By the time I arrived, they had already apprehended 2 people who were suspected to have been involved. One was the person whose gun was used to shoot Victor. Then the second one, I don't know his identity. 2 people were missing: the gunman, the one who shot Victor, and the person who was wrestling with him in the room.
He was like somebody that was ready for death at any time, because several times he's been talking about meeting bandits on the road, and he cannot explain how he has ever managed to escape.
And today, Kenyans will wake up to news that a Kenyan Catholic priest, Father Cosmas Omboto Ondari, was killed in Francophone Cameroon's volatile region, where violence has broken after separatists declared an independent state.
Being a missionary is always dangerous. And we are there for the vulnerable and the weak and the oppressed. It occurs that we become victims in some of these circumstances, but the main task is proclamation of the gospel.
Just who wants the innocent men of the cloth dead and out of their sight? Cecilia Kesho Madhuva, KTN News.
Now, in the next 2 weeks, Kenya will be joining about 164 countries while they participate in the campaign, the annual campaign of 16 days of activism. That is a conversation Antis to have this morning with the Nairobi woman representative, that is Esther Pesaris, and Florence Machio, who is the campaign officer